Hello, welcome back to HaitianGeni. So I wanted to talk about some roadblocks or things that you may face that may give you problems as you're doing your Haitian genealogy. Now, a lot of this, of course, is based off my personal experience. I like to think that my situation isn't that special as far as the issues I had to deal with, and that these are things that most people are probably going to face if they're really interested in doing their genealogy and when they exercise all their possibilities or options of learning their history. And so with me, I wasn't able to live with my family past the age of 5. And so I wasn't able to live in an environment where I had access to family members who could teach me about my history, my family history. And so later on in life, I had to find people, literally, do some detective work and find people. I, of course, asked my parents about the family and things like that, and I learned a lot of surprising things, which were, of course, some of them were that the whole time growing up on the East Coast that I probably had family that I probably had seen out in the public and I didn't know they were family. That I was pretty much surrounded by family and that they were all over the country. One of the things you may face while doing your family history is a sense of ignorance as far as knowing who your family are and where they are. You may assume that your family is the only ones who are around and that the rest are back in Haiti. Or you may assume that your family is smaller than it is, or that it's larger than it is. But you might end up finding out some very interesting things. So with me, with my parents, I ended up finding out that they had a lot more siblings than I had thought. And one of the issues as far as which siblings they would mention that I learned about was that sometimes males will have multiple partners. They'll have children with multiple partners. So when speaking to your family and asking about siblings, they may only mention their full siblings, the siblings that their mother gave birth to, that they share the same mother. They may not mention the siblings that have different mothers. And that might be based on different things as far as they didn't grow up around them, they're not connected to them, or just because they had a different mother. They just don't mention or include them in their dialogue. Something else that I figured out is when I was looking for family, I just assumed it'd be simple and be like, oh, we're family, and that I'd be embraced. Sometimes that's not the case. Whether they're immediate family or distant family, or you're not even sure you're related, you may get a mixed variety of responses from I don't care to know who you are, leave me alone, to oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? I'm so glad that you found me and to gain contact. How is your family doing? You might get anything in between, but expect that, everyone's different and they have their own reasons. There's always two sides of the story, as to why they may react a certain way. Another thing that I've experienced when trying to do my genealogy is it may be tough for people to speak about the past. They might have had some trauma in their lives in which they wish not to talk about. And of course, when talking about individuals that connect to these traumatic experiences, they may shut down and they may give you a variation of responses from it doesn't matter, they're dead, leave it alone, I don't want to talk about it, why do you care, on and on and on. So try to be sensitive about it. Try not to take it personal. If anything, it may cause you to be able to start a conversation in which you can learn more about the person you're talking to see why they may feel that way. I know there's certain time periods where it was tumultuous for people and they couldn't trust people, never mind their own family. Most people are familiar with the Duvalier, Papa Doc and Baby Doc. A lot of things happened where families were split or killed off due to political affiliation. And so for some people, they might not be ready, or they may be hesitant to talk about family, especially distant relatives, first, second, third, fourth cousins. Another thing that you may experience, that I experienced, that I thought was really surprising, but I appreciate, was that in some instances, my distant cousins seem to be more excited to connect with me and to embrace me than my immediate family. And again, with my family, there's stories as to why that is. But again, as you're going through this process, so that you're not surprised and shocked and take it personal, expect that may happen. And that's great. A lot of the progress I've had is due to my cousins being able to freely give me information without a sense of hesitancy and protectiveness. So that's helped me out a lot to piece the pieces of the puzzle together, because they are part of that puzzle. And so remember that extended family, even though they might not share your exact parent, grandparent, etc., they are part of the family, and they might have a lot more information than your immediate family can offer. And so I pretty much just wanted to share with you, that while you're going through this journey, that it is a journey, and sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes there's happy moments, sometimes there's sad moments. But to not give up, of course, and to not take certain things personal. I mean, of course, people attack you personally, that might make it hard. But some things you may tend to want to take personal, and it really isn't about you. It's more about that person and their experience and how they grew up and their understanding of, what family is and how they connect with the family. So, again, this is HaitianGeni. I hope this was helpful. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, Haitian Genealogy, Twitter, and of course Periscope. Hope your day is going well, and God bless.